If you own a business and you're not on YouTube, you're being financially irresponsible. But don't take it from me. Daniel Fazio, who you may know as a co-founder of Client Ascension and ListKit, amongst other things, has said this exact thing. Alex Hormozi, the $100 million man himself, gets most of his acquisition deals from YouTube and is in fact doubling down on this platform.
This is where I'm doubling down and continuing to pour more and more resources because this is where I'm getting the best returns.
Iman Gadzhi, Dan Koh, Grant Cardone, love or hate these people, it's easy to see how they've been able to make obscene amounts of FU money. So in this video, I'm going to go through step by step how you can use YouTube to get inbound organic leads for your business, because if they can do it, then why can't you? So it all boils down to making good videos that not just anyone want to watch, but good videos that your ICP in particular want to watch. So step one in creating a good video is the idea. If your idea is trash, then you're wasting your time on the rest of the steps, because there's quite literally no way for you to fluff up garbage and pass it off as gold. So I'm going to walk you through step by step how to generate ideas that you never run out of. And the best part about this is all you need to know is your ICP. And if you don't know who your ICP is and the problems they struggle with, then click off this video, because I can really only help you so much. But anyway, what you're going to do is describe your ICP. Who are they? What are they struggling with? Where are they located? Etc. Here's a list with more detailed questions, which you can find the whole workbook for this video in the link below. Yes, it is an opt-in, just as an FYI. But anyway, you're going to take this list of things and literally plug it into ChatGPT with the following prompt. And feel free to change that up as needed. ChatGPT is then going to give you the 20 questions you asked for. And these questions are now the raw essence of your videos. Now, the magic with this is you can ask ChatGPT to give you as many questions as you feel you need. I just happen to think 20 is a great starting point. What you're going to do after this is simply ask it to turn these questions into YouTube titles. Here's a sample prompt. Now, where this turns into limitless ideas is the fact that each question probably has a list of answers and not just one right answer. So you can then make videos on each item of the list. So something that was originally 20 video ideas is now something like 60 plus. Obviously, you're not going to be able to use all 60, so you're going to have to sift through them to find the actual good ideas. So this process I just outlined should take you a minimum of 15 to 30 minutes, especially because for each of the questions, you might have to rewrite the title using current title trends to give your video an extra boost. And also, ChatGPT has a terrible habit of putting colons in a YouTube title, which is unnecessary, so you might have to ask it to remove them. But once you do all that, now we have something to work with, and we can now enter the production stage. For all you non-video techies out there, production encompasses everything that has to do with actually making the video. So for the sake of this video, we're specifically going to be going over filming and editing. But before that, we'll very briefly cover scripting. Should you do it? Should you not? I think most people watching this video should semi-script their videos. So that means you essentially come up with an outline and talking points for each section of your video. Typically, it ends up being a bulleted list. An example of how I would do that for this video is included in the Notion workbook. After scripting, you naturally turn on the camera and film the video. So camera-wise, here's what you can use to shoot your videos, and in a second, I'll show you what you shouldn't use, which no one talks about surprisingly. If you have a professional mirrorless or DSLR camera, feel free to use that. If you have a GoPro or any other action camera that's high quality, feel free to use that as well, as long as the mic is also high quality. Very important. If you have none of the above, then use your smartphone. Phone cameras nowadays are getting better and better anyway. Now, if you have none of that above, as an absolute last resort, use your webcam, but you better make damn sure your mic is good enough. I see way too many people making Loom videos, and sometimes they perform okay, but like it's literally easier for me to use Loom than the default photo and video app on my Mac. Like, that's how low effort it is. And like, there's no customization whatsoever. At the very least, use OBS so that you can have the change scene feature. Okay, end rant. Now, editing, similar to filming, can be as simple or as complicated as you'd like, but for most of you watching this video, I'd recommend keeping it simple. Stick to the free editing softwares out there. Think iMovie, CapCut, and maybe even DaVinci Resolve if you need a bit more control. You can get as fancy as you want in this step depending on your skill level and interest in editing, but you should never make this step the reason you're avoiding making YouTube videos, especially if you're a business owner, because you can very easily outsource this part of the process for cheap. So there are many tutorials out there that go into specifics of how to edit, but I think it's important to just make sure that you keep the essence of your videos. Some of you watching will get so good at talking from your script, you might not even need to edit your videos. So this step really does go on a person by person basis. Now, if you want your videos to be more edited, make sure to follow the principle of show and tell. So this means as you're talking about it, you're showing it on screen. And because this was done so well in this Dakota Robertson video, I thought it was worth it to show it here. He had a 6-step fishing framework, but he didn't just show pictures of a fish. No, he had the fish physically with him. All right, back to our video. So you filmed and edited the video. Now it's time to think about what comes next. Thumbnails, titles, funnels, etc. Similar to editing, keep the thumbnail creation simple as well. For newbies, I'd recommend Canva. They have a free and a paid tier, but the free tier is plenty enough. Quick note that if you have a .edu email, you can get the paid tier for free. If you're looking for a bit more control over your thumbnails and you have the skill level, look into Photoshop, obviously, and Photopea, which is basically the free version. Make sure to follow the principle of show and tell, meaning do not put something in your thumbnail if it doesn't appear in the video. Your title also shouldn't be clickbait as well. I think we all know that by now. Now you upload and you're all done, right? Wrong. You have your CTA in your video that you're hoping takes them to your landing page, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Now you have to make sure that you are put together in these other platforms. You can't send people to a website that looks like it was made in the 80s. You can't send people to a Twitter account that you haven't posted on in 2 years, even if you plan to be active on it again. So fix your appearance on these other platforms ASAP. Notice how I put this last? That's because if you had to fix the rest of your online presence before starting, you would never start. You and I both know that. But in order to get the most conversions from your CTA, fix your online presence. It's important to note that while these videos you end up making might not get a lot of views, because they're highly targeted, they'll convert much better than the typical how to make 10K per month in 2024. So I just gave you the sauce for the free ski, but if you're a B2B business owner and you want me to help you one-on-one to turn your views into clients, feel free to book a call below where you'll get a custom content plan for you, and I will give you some swipe files straight from my business. Stay tuned for more to come.